Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade, and I am going to attempt a new Let's Play where we're gonna dive into a game called War on the Sea. This is basically a, dare I say, grand strategy, tactical combat, real-time tactical combat, World War II setting, Battle of Guadalcanal. Pretty cool, pretty awesome game, in fact. So, without further ado, I'm gonna jump in and start this campaign as the Allies. Maybe if this goes over well, I'll do another campaign as the Japs. Oh, is Japs offensive? I'm sorry. As the Nipponese, the Nippons, the Japanese. I'm sure I would like to think that normal human beings, especially in Japan, are not going to be offended by something as silly as me using the word Japs. Anyway, I'm the conservative gamer, so I say things like they are. I'm a low-down, dirty Trump supporter, so deal with it. Anyway, here we go. Attack on Pearl Harbor. Prelude. Since 1937, Japan and China have been engaged in a protracted conflict of the Second Sino-Japanese War. America, along with other Western nations including Britain, Australia, embargo the sale of oil, steel, iron ore to Japan in an attempt to stem further expansion. Japan's plans, occupation of Duchy East Indies and Malaya as an alternate source of natural resources, and on December 7, 1941, launches a prolonged offensive throughout the Pacific. The goal is to quickly secure Japanese interests, set up a defense perimeter, and then negotiate peace with America from this position of strength. 7 December 1941, as part of the numerous offensive-launched aircraft from 6 Japanese fleet carriers, attack Pearl Harbor and cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet. The surprise attack finally draws America into World War II. 48 May 1942, in order to expand the southern perimeter of the Empire of Japan, undertakes Operation Mo, the invasion of Port Moresby in New Guinea, as well as Tulagi in the Solomon Islands. The ensuing naval battle, the first carried out by carriers, ultimately turns back the Port Moresby invasion. A light carrier, a destroyer, and several smaller vessels are lost by the Japanese. Allied forces suffer significant losses with the sinking of the fleet carrier Lexington, a destroyer and an oiler. Yorktown, the other U.S. fleet carrier participating, is damaged and hastily returns to Hawaii for repairs. 4 through 7, 1942, Japan turns its attention to the U.S. base on Midway. I'm noticing that this music is a little on the loud side. I might have to do something about that. In fact, it might be copyrighted, so there's that. So anyway, turns its attention to the U.S. base on Midway in a plan to lure the Americans into a decisive naval battle. The massive strike force contains 4 fleet carriers along with numerous battleships and cruisers, enough to overpower any opposition. Yet Allied code breakers have discerned the plans, sending 3 fleet carriers to lie in wait for the approaching enemy. In a stunning victory for the Allies, all 4 Japanese fleet carriers, the Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu, are sunk along with the heavy cruiser Mikuma for the loss of the fleet carrier Yorktown and the destroyer Haman. 7 August 1942, the Battle of Midway, last month, has significantly weakened Japan's carrier strength in the Pacific and allowed the Allies to gain an offensive. One initial goal is to secure the southern Solomon Islands in a plan codenamed Operation Watchtower. Priority for the operation intensifies as Japanese troops begin to construct an airfield on the island of Guadalcanal. Such an airfield would allow long-range bombers to attack the supply lines between America and Australia, as well as provide air cover for Japanese naval forces pushing farther south. Japanese supply ships carrying construction materials for the airfield continue to arrive, while the Allies make preparation to seize Guadalcanal. And that's where we start off at. So our objectives: to build a rank 5 airfield in Guadalcanal, to take control of Guadalcanal and Florida Islands, to maintain control of Port Moresby, Malani Bay, Rennell Island, Santa Cruz Island, and Malaya. To maintain control of Rennell Island, but I don't have control of Rennell Island. Interesting. Okay. Locations. See, repair, losses, enemy losses. Continue. So, first I need to do something about... No, I don't want to go back to the main. Do I have to go back to the main menu in order to do something about the audio? I guess I do. Well, that sucks. Options, game, control, video, audio, music volume. We'll just turn it right off because it could be copyrighted. Alright, save. And back to the campaign. And I have to go through all that again? Well, we're not going to read it this time. We're just going to click, 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 click. Okay, now, the first thing we start off with is we need to take our command points, which we have 250 of to start off, and, well, put them into purchasing some units. New air. I can buy air units? No, that's just what's here in the airfield, right? Yeah. So first things first, I'm gonna make sure before I do anything that I get myself why does it show enemy vessels here? I need type C3, so I'm gonna need, well, yeah. One, two, three, four. Probably an oiler. Which is this guy. And then 2 destroyers to escort this convoy, which would be dual purpose. Yeah, I guess these frigates, I'm fine. Porters don't have dual purpose. I want to have somebody with dual purpose guns for the purpose of this. I have 12 torpedoes compared to the frigate that has 8. I don't really need a lot of torpedoes for this purposes. Type 5-inch Mark 12. I mean, they're all 6 points. Why get a less capable ship What's those are weapons. Statistics, sensors, and armor. Doesn't seem to be much difference here. Oops. Ridley, Bagley. They all seem to have pretty much the same armor and quarters bigger. I don't know. Farragut seems like a... I'm gonna... well... why get a less capable ship? Maximum speed 36.8, 37, crew 250, crew 158, crew 172. Number in class 4. There were only 4 of these Gridleys. Alright. I don't plan to have any more than 2 merchant convoys anyway, because it's a pretty heavy investment for this type of thing. And if I get 2 Gridleys for each of the merchant convoys, it'll be almost like they were created just for... let's verify they have dual purpose before I do anything. They do. Sure. Add the Gridley and add the Craven. Oh geez, that sounds like a terrible name for a destroyer. How about the McCall? Alright, so now we're going to want to swap this one and the Gridley. Okay, and that should... line ahead, 2 columns, 3 columns, circulator, letterpress. Does it show what that would look like anywhere? Okay, yeah. So 2. So Gridley would be in the center. We want Gridley to be where 2 is. So swap those 2. So now Gridley is on that side. We're going to want the other destroyer at 6, which is the McCall. And we'll swap that guy. Okay. So we got the McCall at 6, the Gridley at 2, and in the very center we're going to want this our oiler, which is that guy. So we're going to want to swap those 2. There. So the oiler's in the center, destroyer on the forward port side, and the other destroyer on the aft starboard side. All right, this works. I'm happy with that formation. Did I just not? I did, didn't I? Alright, so I have to do that all over again. Alright, new C. Gridley. Oh, McCall. And Gridley. Yes. The Cimarron and the type, yep, 4 of these. 3, 4. Cinnamon. Okay. 3 columns. So we want Gridley at 2. Gridley's already at 2. We want McCall at 6. Swap them. So McCall's at 6. And we want Cimarron at 4. Swap them. There we go. All right. Done? Yes. Okay, so new ship test, Task Force 1. Task Force 1 is not the name I want to give to this. I want to give this what would we have called this merchant type convoy? MM for Merchant Marine. Merchant Marine. Lucky number 7. MM7. There we go. It's not that flashy, but it'll work. Course. Navigation mode. I would like you to get up to Reno Island as quickly as possible. Alright. So that should be done. That should be done. And now let's get ourselves... Well, we need a carrier task force. I think that is most definitely a priority. To lead our carrier task force, we're going to have an Atlanta-class light cruiser. Yes. We're going to have... Oops. Probably went past it. The Yorktown class, which... We don't have the... Well, no. We don't have the Yorktown available. So we'll go with the Enterprise. Yes. And... we are going to throw in... We don't need one of the really expensive destroyers. So, you know, the Fletcher's a great destroyer and all, but it's 2 extra points. There were a lot of them, but they weren't made this early in the war. Gleaves is 8 points. What's the Gleaves about here? Dual purpose. Only 5 torpedoes. It's got depth charges. Doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of difference in these guys. Maybe I should be looking at their anti-aircraft profile, seeing as that's going to be their primary purpose, escorting a carrier. One, two, three. That's not a bad layout, actually. What was the Benson like? Benson's the same thing. Summers. 5. Summers have more AA. One, two, three, four, five, 6. But nothing really forwarded. I like the Benhams. I really actually like this. What is the deal here? They're dual purpose. I think the Benham class is what we're going to want for escorting our carrier. Yeah. How much was it? I didn't check that. $8. So it's cheaper than the Fletcher. But still, we'll go for it. Okay, so we got Benham, an Enterprise, and an Atlanta. I think I want another Benham. We need to make sure our carrier stays safe. So, any of these names I like? Well, Trippy sounds kind of trippy. So, sure, why not? So the Atlanta, Enterprise, Benham, and Trippy. That'll cost 124 points. Bye-bye points. We had points once. Now we don't. Task Force 2. How about CTF for Carrier Task Force? Why can't I put hyphens, dashes? That sucks. CTF. 25, because yeah, we have 25 carrier task forces, not, but if we call it carrier task force 25, who knows, maybe the enemy will think we do. Okay, CTF 25, there we go. And I never managed cargo and stuff on my damn, I'm an idiot. Anyway, course, just go somewhere over by Renee Island for now. Did that actually lock in? There, that locked in. Alright, we need to find our other group of ships here. The MM7s, and we need to manage cargo. Replenish ships. All ships are good. No. We need to... Can I only do that when I create them? I hope I didn't just screw something up. Merge group, release ship. Tactical? No, that just zooms me in. Leave. Confirm. Continue. I need to put stuff on you. How do I do that? It's got to be managed cargo. Huh. Course, tactical. Swap positions, manage cargo. Here we are. Here we are. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Sorry. Okay, so can I put? No, I can only have one or the other. Got it. Gridley. No, not swap positions. I want to merge group. What am I? Gridley. Merge, split, release, ship. Well, phooey. Evidently, I can't manage cargo. What? What am I doing wrong? Undo. There's manage cargo. Wait, was I like not looking? Yeah, I wasn't looking properly. I'm just evidently blind as a bat. How many engineers can I throw in this thing? None. So yeah, we'll just go with troops. Yes. Thank you. Right? You have troops. You have troops. You have nothing. This is an easier way to do it, I think. Okay, so you can have supplies, because we're going to need supplies. And Cimarron, you're obviously going to have the fuel. And you're going to have the engineers. And McCall, you are going to have, what are you going to have? You're going to have troops, right? And am I screwing something up here? What do I have right now? So I have troops, supplies, fuel, engineers, troops. Do I need more supplies? What is it to build the thingamabobber? I could probably close this. Can I click on this and find out what it is for the airbase? No. And clicking on this isn't going to help me out any. I really think I need more supplies. That makes sense in my mind. So we need to go back here and find that damn task force again. Our merchant marine fleet. Manage cargo. Go to number 7 and put it with supplies. I believe that's correct. If I troops, I just have extra troops but not enough supplies to build what I need to build, so I think this is the layout I want. I'm gonna assume it is and close that. Actually, was closing that, did that cancel everything? Let's just verify. No, it seems like it's taken. All right, so we're getting there, folks. We are getting there. Now we need, what do we need? So we've got a carrier task force, and we don't have that many command points left. Submarines are cheap, and they can definitely do some recon, though they are slow to get into position. I think we're going to need something for doing ASW. Yeah, and maybe just to kind of scout ahead of our carrier task force so it doesn't get in trouble. Of course, we have planes for that, but Yeah, I think an ASW group would be good. So, new C. For ASW, I'm going to want... what am I going to want for the ASW class? Does any of them carry more depth charges than the others? Who has the most depth charges? Will it even say anything like that? Anti-aircraft, weapons, depth charge. Yeah, it doesn't really show. They probably all carry the same amount of depth charges. The Porters don't have dual purpose guns. When do they start going up in cost? Gridleys, I'm already using, right? Yeah. For the thingamabobbers. Bagleys. Summers. Venom is when they go up in cost. So I don't need expensive destroyers for hunting submarines. So somewhere between the Summers class kind of looking at names at this point. I almost want to use the Porter class. Does that make sense? Why? Why do I want to use the Porter class? It doesn't have dual purpose. Well, it doesn't need dual purpose to hunt submarines, though. You know, this kind of makes sense in my mind. Take the destroyers that aren't useful for AA and let them do ASW. Okay, I can make that work. Yes, okay. So Porter, and yeah, Porter's already under my command, and Selfridge. That will be done. Desron. Desron 11. No. ASW. No. Task Force. ASW. No, ASM. ASW. Task Force ASW? That's right, ASO. You know, I was in the Navy. You would think I'd have an easier time coming up with acronyms for this type of thing. And I was a sonar technician at that. ASW. I don't like it. It's not a Desron. Desron is the commander of the Destroyer Squadron. ASW Squadron. ASW Squadron? Maybe. One. Sure. Okay, I'll go with it. Sounds good enough for me. Just go line ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Which actually has me thinking about that whole carrier thing. Where is the carrier? No, carrier. The carrier, please. I'll have to just do it as he's moving out. There's too many things in one spot. We need subs. Wait, create new C. Yes. No. We're gonna want Gatos are 5. Gatos are more expensive than the Tambors. Why are Gatos more expensive than the Tambors? Because reasons. Maximum speed 9/21 knots. I guess slightly faster. Mark 14 torpedoes. Mark 14 torpedoes. 24, 24. Range, speed. That's all the same. Timber has 8-second reload. Gato has 6. Dual purpose. Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, but we need to be cheap right now. Like that's Gatos are gonna, or Timbers are gonna be fine. So yes. The question is, do we want our subs to be working independently? Or I kind of want them to work in pairs. Yeah, I'm gonna do pairs. So Timber, you can be paired off with the tuna. Okay, so Timber and tuna will be our first one. And we will call it something original like Sub Pack 4. Sure. actually, let's put you, what, line abreast? Yeah, why not? Course. Where do I want these subs to operate? I kind of want them to operate. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Wow. Yeah, right there for now. And another group of subs, please. So we'll have the Thresher, and the Thresher will team up with the, whoops, sorry. Thresher will team up with the Gar. Okay, Thresher and Gar. Done. Line abreast, course. I want you guys to operate up here in the Solomon Sea. Why isn't it routing you there? Evidently it's not smart enough to get there. Alright, well, just go this way for now. And I think I want another group of subs. Do I though? Sort of. I think so. I have an ASW squadron. I have the carrier squadron, which will be able to earn me points. I've got, yeah. I think I do need another sub squadron. Did I name this one? No, I didn't. Sub pack 3. And so the next one will be New Hebrides, New Sea. No, we want the Tamper class. We're going to go with the Triton. Yes. And with the Triton, we will stick the Trout. Yes, the Triton and Trout. And they will be sub pack 2. What happened to sub pack 1? I don't know. They got sunk probably. They got lost out at sea, never to be heard from again. It was sad. Okay. To close. No, we shouldn't have closed that. I wanted to send them somewhere. Oh well. So we'll leave the 31 points for now, and we'll let the game move. Move game. Why? Where do we press start? Time forward. There we go. Okay, time is advancing. We're going to go up to 60. Why aren't you guys moving? You are moving. Okay, so the carrier task force, I wanted to check its right. Do I like that? Kind of. 2 columns. What's circular like? Actually, I like circular in this instance. I like where the Enterprise is in it, and I like where the Atlanta is in it. In fact, I like everything about this formation. It's good. It's good. Golden. We're happy. Actually, slow down. No, slow down. No, slow down. There we go. We need to get planes up in the air. So, new air. What do you mean new air? 2 wildcats? Yes. Done. Of course. Just go over here. And good. You guys, new air. 2 wildcats, please. Done. Of course. Yes, that way. Good. And new air. B-17s. Yes. Okay. All 8? Sure. Where? This way. $580, huh? So somewhere in this neighborhood. Okay. And so that's the carrier, but I'll wait till the carrier gets a little bit further out. Port Moresby is ready to launch again, huh? Okay. Whoops. Good thing I didn't have resources. 2. Done. Course. Just out here-ish. It's good. Yes. And Milne Bay. These 2. Yes. Course. Out yonder this way is good. And New Hebrides, what do you got? New air? Can I launch? Oh, you're not ready to launch. Alright, so this is probably as good a place as any to wrap up the first episode. So in the first episode, we set up what we're going to start the initial campaign with. We have, 3 sub packs that are operating in groups of 2. We have an ASW task force, which is basically 2 destroyers. We have our carrier task force, which is 2 destroyers, a light cruiser, and the Enterprise. And that's pretty much it as far as ships are concerned. Oh, and we also have our merchant marine force that's going to be on its way to Rennell to take control of Rennell Island. Otherwise, we're definitely relying on our air power at this point to secure us some command points so we can get some more. So we can get some more stuff out on the water to fight with. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulphur Blade. This has been episode 1 of, what is this game called? War on the Sea. Anyway, if you're liking this, please smash that like button, subscribe, and until the next time, all peace.